Greetings, brothers and sisters. I hope that the time of this taping it finds you well. I'd like to say a special prayer for those members in our communities and our family that have been lost to COVID. Also a special prayer for our armed services, those that are fighting to keep us safe, and a special prayer for our nation as we try to heal from COVID and as we try to heal from the police brutality and the racial injustices that are going on and the demonstrations that are going on in our country right now. And last but not least, special prayers and thoughts to the families of Najib, also known as Nick, who was a team leader on the B crew, and also Rich Frank, who was one of our body fitters. They passed away last week. And our prayers and condolences are with their families. It's official. We've been hearing some rumblings about going back to the C crew. Myself and the team have been negotiating with the company most of the week to try to figure out what the details would be of transitioning back to the C crew. And I want to tell you, a lot of our folks are very happy to be going back. We're going back on Monday, June 22nd. And we're going to be working our normal 3-crew schedule. Our start times are going to remain at 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. to allow for us to get through the screening process as well as do the cleaning after the shifts. You guys have noticed that the parking lots have been really crowded. We expect that the parking lot will get a little better when we get on our 3 crews. We also have some spots in maybe 70, 80 spots in the ROB lot where we can park. 6 o'clock start time, and we're excited. A lot of our members are like, wow, I get to get back to my normal shift. Berkey, this 510, these 510s and an 8 are for the birds. We're wearing this mask, we can't take it. So when the company came to us and we had an opportunity to transition back to the C crew, we jumped at it because we felt it was the right thing to do. So we're going to, with that C crew, you're going to get some robocalls. You're going to get some personal calls from some of the department heads as the company tries to figure out how to make sure everybody gets back in there working. The folks at Rossonville are going to be coming back. Maybe about 42, maybe 50 people approximately left over in Rossonville. They're coming back to help us. And there will be a lot of RDOs and RDO plans to help get us through as we transition back to the schedule. On Friday, there's going to be a moment of silence recognizing the death of George Floyd as well as Juneteenth. It's going to be at 8:46 in the a.m. and 8:46 in the p.m. And this is an effort by the union and the company to let people know that they are engaged and involved in what's going on in our country right now, and to make sure that we do our part to make sure we maintain some harmony here in our building, in our communities. We sat in on the grievance that we filed for health and safety protocols when we returned. It was the second such grievance meeting. We had to do the local 600, the Rouge stage. It was denied, so we're sending it up to the international. We will keep you posted on what happens. So again, I'd like to thank our international reps from the region and from the local in helping us work with that grievance. We've got some good plans on some things that we think that we can get done around the safety protocols. And so we're gonna move it up and see and continue that grievance in the process. So the super schedule. We were supposed to be working this Saturday, but because we're transitioning back to the C crew on Monday, we're not gonna be working Saturday. That Saturday is gonna be moved to the following week. And I'm going to give you a rundown of what the tentative super schedule is for right now. Please understand that the super schedule can change at any time. But right now, 6/27/20 for the B crew, 7-18-20 for the B crew, because the B crew was one behind. 8-2-20 for the A crew, 8-8 for the B crew, 8-23 for the A crew, 8-29 for the B crew. The balance out on this model is scheduled for September 6th. And on September 6th, after we balance out, we'll be on Labor Day is on the 7th, and that's when we're going to start our shutdown. The shutdown is going to be on the 7th and the 14th, and when we come back to work, we'll be building our new vehicle, our 702. Please understand that all these dates are subject to change based on the conditions and breakdowns and different things that happen in the business. And we might have more supers added to it. From all indications and all the communications that I'm getting from folks outside of the business and the people at our dealerships and the people in sales and marketing, our vehicles are selling very well, and we're going to try, the company's going to try to build as many of them as we can right now to satisfy the demand of the market, which we think is a good thing. I'd like to welcome our new members. We've been having some new member classes coming in. I'd ask that everybody reach out to them and treat them like they were your son or daughter. Most of them are young people coming in, just like we came in years ago. They're just here trying to make a living. So let's help them get through it, teach them what we know, wrap our arms around them, and make sure we help them stay safe. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the bargaining team for working really hard. As part of that local agreement, we were able to get a clothing allowance. I'm pleased to announce that that clothing allowance is now available. You will be getting contact, all of our members will be getting contacted by UniFirst, which is the clothing company, and every member that works in final and in body is going to get $300 to spend for uniforms, and the paint shop members will get $100 as they already have uniforms with the coveralls. And with that, I'd like to thank you again for listening. We'll be talking again really soon. Things are moving really fast here. We're going to pick up the pace, start talking a little bit more. Thank you so much. God bless. And remember, we are stronger together. Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is an extended version of the chairman's report. Just want you to know the thing that the union, the International Union, and the company have decided upon tomorrow. We're going to be having a safety stand down, a moment of silence, if you will, for 8 minutes and 46 seconds for George Floyd, and also to commemorate Juneteenth. Just want everybody to know what Juneteenth is. We're going to attach some additional information, but we're here to tell you what that is at the direction of the company and the International Union. Here's what Juneteenth is. And so it's the 155th year, 155th anniversary of Juneteenth, an observance that marks the end of slavery. It took a while for the word. We didn't have the internet and all the other technology that we have. It took a while to get there, to spread across the country for everyone to get the word. But the word is here now, and this is an effort to share with all of our members and the rest of the world the Juneteenth experience, and to commemorate the social unrest that's going on in our country in an effort to keep things under control. So knowledge is power, so that's what we're all about, sharing with our membership the knowledge. We're asking for members to observe in silence at 8:46 a.m. and 8:46 p.m. on a Friday. As a proponent of social justice, UAW has been on the forefront and a leading voice in our country for many years in that effort. So in the spirit of that, we're going to continue, being that we're the #1 plant in the world. We're going to share the information as if we're the #1 plant in the world. And even though we may not have all the issues affecting our plant that are affecting the rest of the country, there's always room for improvements. So I'll be sharing with you guys what we're going to be doing, and tomorrow we'll be having that observance. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have yourself a blessed day.
Juneteenth It's a holiday often called the Black 4th of July. It's celebrated with cookouts, festivals, historical reenactments, and it's one of the most important days in African American history. Juneteenth celebrates the end of slavery in the United States. You see, the U.S. Declaration of Independence stated that all men were created equal, but this didn't apply to black slaves. The move to end slavery didn't happen until Abraham Lincoln issued a law in 1863, almost 100 years later. But the news took more than 2 years to reach all parts of the country. The state of Texas was the last to find out. On June 19, 1865, 250,000 slaves were freed in Texas, marking independence for all Americans.